Everything just takes longer and costs more than you think it's going to.
Yeah.
So anyone who wants to flip houses and you do it yourself takes a lot of patience,
Yeah.
a lot of hard work.
Yes.
And because you don't know what you're going to get into.
Yeah.
You know, once you get it out, you rip out the floor and you find out there's a crack, or it's not level, or it's some other nonsense going on.
And this is the best house that we saw on all the houses that
we thought this was going to be an easy one.
So
Yeah. We looked at a lot of houses.
yes,
We looked at a lot of
and
houses.
this is the best one. So
And if I was
with that being said, I mean the work is still, you know.
and if I was that much off on my estimates on a simple house,
Just imagine one of those other houses.
one of those other houses
One of the bigger houses we were looking at.
that I knew was going to be $100,000 worth of renovations, I was like, oh, that might have been 200.
Right. That would have been more money.
Yes.
But you know what? You bought the perfect house in the right market. You bought it at the right time. The deal, I mean, there were so many deals, but you bought the right deal for you. And that's what's most important. So as long as you buy right, I think everything else after that can go right if you're patient enough.
Yep.
You take the proper time and you just kind of sit down and dissect it. So the good thing is you guys also experience a little bit of home remodeling. You guys have some tools in your back pocket, things of that nature with your old home. So you guys understood a little bit about what you're getting.
A little bit. A lot more now.
Yeah.
And she gets to pick out the next one, so.
Oh yeah. Ready?
I don't know about that.
Well, this is good. I remember you said something about the hot water heater tank.
Oh yeah.
How did you discover? Want to take a look at it? Let's take a look at it.
Yeah.
How did you discover that the hot water heater tank was off?
Well, after I got done with the sink install in there, it
So this is a nice extra room for
It is.
lawnmower
Yeah.
and tools and
Yeah.
after we got done with the kitchen install, we got the plumbing all hooked up and went to turn on the hot water and checked for leaks and everything, and there was water never got hot. So so I wound up taking apart the old hot water heater that was in here and found out it was all just burned up, and it's like, oh, okay, I guess we're doing that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. This was full of junk too. There was a lot of stuff in here.
this had some
and all
junk.
the walls are dirty, full of algae and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was very dirty.
Yeah. So would you say, we can step out of here too because it's a little
It is warm in here.
So would you say that when you're looking at a home, your imagination has to go far beyond what you see?
You see it, and then you have to kind of break it down into pieces. You have to look at how much it's going to take to get it back to zero.
Yes.
And like in here, ripping out the cupboards and the floor and the bathrooms, was a couple days.
Right.
A few trips to the dump.
Yeah.
Not that big a deal.
Right.
To get it kind of mucked out. And then you have a place to start thinking. But then you start thinking about, well, how do we want this kitchen to look? And that's when we redesigned. That was her idea, how to bring the kitchen on around.
Wow.
And make it useful.
Right.
And then you start
That was smart.
You start looking at the bathrooms. It's like, well, a master doesn't need a tub in the master, really.
Right. No.
Nobody takes baths after you're 6.
Yeah, and honestly, a lot of people have stopped taking baths.
Right. As I said, after you're 6, you don't take baths anymore.
Yeah.
It's showers. But if you have a family, you need a bathtub for the little ones.
Right.
Okay. But you start having to think through that. It's like, well, what's going to fit in here?
What's going to make sense?
What color schemes you need? What kind of lighting do you want to use? And so, once you get all the stuff mucked out, then you can kind of figure out what you want it to look like, and then you start drawing it up on paper and trying to come up with a plan, and then you start watching videos, and you're down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. Now with this setup, we can go back inside, guys. With this setup here, would you say that with this basic color scheme here, would this be your base remodel for your homes? So now every home that you remodel from here on out, and people that you hire, things of that nature, would it have the same concept, the same design?
it's easy maintenance. It's
Yes.
easy cleanup. You know, the floors are between being waterproof and pretty much resistant to anything you're going to do to them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're easy. The counters are easy. You reseal the granite every 3 or 5 years or something, you know. And so, yeah, I think if you're going to have a rental unit, that was always our fear with our other place we had. You know, people are like, oh, you should keep it and rent it. It's like, oh, there is just so much they can damage in this house.
Yes. Yes.
Somebody could be a bad tenant in here and do $80,000 worth of damage.
Yeah.
Yes.
This one is easy.
This one, even if you had a terrible tenant,
There's not so much you could do.
you could fix it
Yeah.
reasonably easy.
Yeah, that's smart. That's very smart thinking. Because, you know, a lot of people try to go with, like, cheap material, try to save money on the material costs and things of that nature just to get away with it. But they don't take into factor, you know, if you have a renter in here.
Oh yeah, you
Well,
have to
You
chase it.
tear it up, now you have to tear everything back out.
Well, and you want everything to be, I don't know. We've had to rent a few times over the years, and we always left the houses better than we found them.
Right, yeah.
You know, whether it was cleaning or the electrical or whatever, you'd find something that needed to be fixed. And, you know, it's like I've owned houses, and if you have to rent, you understand that's somebody's got a lot of money in that place you're renting.
Yes.
Somebody owns that home, and that's an investment property, or that's their primary, they're just out of the town or whatever. Don't destroy it.